So far on our quest to find a boat to take to the 125th birthday party of the Statue of Liberty, we've
nearly bagged the Mayflower too.
We want to take your ship to New York. What do you reckon?
I think you need a little wad of money a little bit bigger than that.
Okay.
Nearly stuck Rory's head onto the end of a pike.
Stand and stand!
and unsuccessfully nearly left Dara behind.
Dara is not actually on board this boat.
They generally go over here.
They already left.
Now we've just 5 days to find a boat we can all agree on.
You, stop throwing up to him and trying to get into his.
That's what it is.
And is available.
I think we just missed you then.
And get to New York in time for the party.
Right, is this fun part over then? Is it now just really like a boat trip?
A boat.
Time is running
It's
out.
got to do 8 knots and it's got to have a hooter.
We've left Plymouth on board the sports fishing boat the Andy Lynn with skipper Mario to cross Cape Cod Bay. We're on the trail of a boat with an extraordinary history, one that may be a strong contender to take to New York.
We can just see Cape Cod now coming out ahead of us, like a sort of mirage coming up out of the horizon. A great big spit of land, and right at the end of it is Provincetown, which is where we're going now. Although on the way we hope to see some fish, because we want to go fishing, and we hope, of course, to see some whales. Not that we're going to fish for the whales, we just want to see them leaping about.
I know. This is ridiculously relaxed and fun, but we're doing it for a reason. We got to get from over there to over there. You may be wondering, by the way, why I'm suddenly in my wet gear, but I've been sitting on a couple of chairs here, and it's a bit like Elvis playing a convent school. There isn't a dry seat in the house.
Mario, the intention is to fish just off the edge of the bay here.
Right now you've got about 300 feet of water.
Yeah.
It's going to come right up to about 30 feet, just like that.
We just passed some guys. What are they fishing for, they?
Tuna fish.
Okay, and what are we going to fish for up here?
Mostly blues.
Blues?
Yeah.
Bluefish, right.
After casting the lines and waiting for an age, we still haven't caught anything. So first mate Chris gets us to reel them in to check.
God, the actual pulling it in is exhausting. So, and it pops out of the water. There we go. Thanks, Rory, thank you. Right, nothing coming in. Oh, look at that. We caught, what the hell is that?
Have a...
Some mussels?
I'm not entirely sure.
That is weird. We just caught some weird species of mollusk or something.
Okay.
Shall we consign it back to the sea?
Yeah, throw it back in the sea.
I don't want to be a party pooper, but these look like just bits of black cable to me. But you know what? We're concentrating too hard, because the only way you can catch a fish is to be completely distracted and doing something else.
Stick the line in, go and do something else.
And then go and do something else, you know.
Usually what happens, everybody quits, they go down, they get some lunch,
And then suddenly...
and then you catch something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're concentrating too hard.
And the distraction we're looking for soon pops up.
Wow. Oh, wow. Jesus.
No, it was up, it surfaced, it took a big blow, and now it's gone down.
Fish on! Fish on!
What?
There's a fish.
They got a fish!
That's my line. That's my line.
Get down! I knew we'd be distracted. You see, we got distracted by the pilot whale, and now we've caught a fish. This is inevitable. Give us instruction here. What should I be doing, Chris? Just wheeling it in. Okay, let's get him in.
Keep reeling.
Dara is in my seat.
The crucial moment is in the last few feet where the fish can escape in the wake of the boat.
No, wait a minute, I think this one is... Whoa!
Hey.
We don't reel in hard enough and the fish gets off the hook.
Did it get off?
No, nothing.
Yeah, he got a glimpse of you and ran the other way.
You're kidding me.
Ah! Mine got off as well.
Well done,
What
boys.
you doing, you guys?
Well done. Great work. Great
Mine
work.
got off as well.
Apparently this is the way fish work.
They set a whale to the front of the boat, so we all run to the front of the boat to see the whale, which was genuinely quite brilliant. And then while we're up at the front of the boat, then they get snagged. And we all had to climb down or climb up, and then we made a mess of it. So we've caught nothing except each other's lines every so often, but we did see a whale.
With the fishing successfully flunked by the class of 2011, we head for Provincetown, also known as P-Town.
Its exposed position to Atlantic storms has shaped Provincetown's history.
Oh, it's pretty, isn't it? And the tower is quite interesting. It's a bit Rapunzel, isn't it?
We've seen the tower from a long distance.
We think we saw it from the other side. Yeah, we had to come around.
It's a water tower, I guess, but maybe it's a watchtower as well for looking out at sea.
It's not a water tower. It's too skinny and tall.
Yeah, it needs
to. You'd only get a couple of cupfuls out of that.
The tower is actually a monument to where the Pilgrims first landed during a storm before they relocated to Plymouth.
In the 1800s, the great East Coast fishing grounds brought Portuguese fishermen here, but their industry was nearly destroyed by storms at the end of the century, so the sea captains offered cheap accommodation to visiting artists, playwrights and actors. P-Town became Gay Town. It's remained so for the last 100 years. It now has the highest proportion of same-sex couples in the entire United States.
And it's the storms along this coast that have given this boat such an extraordinary history. Originally based in Chatham, just 50 miles along the Cape, Lifeboat 36500 has been fully restored by local enthusiasts. It's the last of its kind.
On February 18th, 1952, the Chatham crew took this boat out to find out what a radar sighting they had of a stern section of a T2 tanker that had been in half in the storm. So they went out in about 35-foot breaking sea, and it was dark. The Pendleton had power, and the lights went on. They saw this little boat down below. They threw down a ladder, and they all started climbing down. And Bernie said, wait a minute, don't all come down at once. So they all came in. All jumped in.
Into this boat?
Into this boat. They put 27 up in here, 4 back there, and they lost 1 man. And on the way back, they thought that they were just going to run it up on the beach. But as they all said, they felt that there was an extra hand at the helm, and they were able to get into Chatham and brought them all ashore.
This has now become a registered historic place.
That is correct. It is history, and all of us, when we take that helm or stand there, we feel we're on hallowed ground.
Dick, thank you for inviting us onto your boat. Could she make a trip to New York?
New York City?
Yeah.
Yes.
How long will it take you to get down there?
Well, she makes 8 knots, which is about, 9 miles an hour, something like that. It's we've been to New London, and that took 2 days, so I'm guessing maybe 4 days.
We've a bit of an event to get to, and I think this could be exactly the kind of boat that would grace such an event.
But who's going to bring it back?
No, that is never my problem. That is never my issue about how things get back.
So they can't take us to New York. But they're going to give us a lift along the coast to Woods Hole, where we can catch the ferry to Martha's Vineyard, a place famed for wooden boats.
Am I being naive to assume that now or at some stage in the island's history there was grape growing?
That's when the Gosnold arrived. Captain Gosnold came along and he landed on the island, and the whole island was covered in grapevines, and he named it after his daughter, infant daughter, Martha, and the fact that there were grapevines all over Martha's Vineyard.
Nice.
That's a nice story.
Is there an obituary column in there, Griff?
No, it's just things
check
to do.
whether we're in it or not.
Have you noticed, by the way, that as we filmed this, because we've been in the country for 6 days, and as we filmed this, we have got weird looks from all the Americans as we've been doing this, because we don't look like anyone who's ever appeared on American television. Yeah. All the news anchors, all the daytime hosts,
the pretty handsome
all
people,
the really stunning, well-coiffed.
We look like those guys who appear on the daytime TV shows to say that their mother has beaten them up and thrown them out there. One of those.
Dara and I intend to inspect the lifestyles of the rich and famous who generally live on this island.
In genteel Edgartown, there's a house up for sale. So we pose as a couple interested in buying, and luckily, realtor Langdon Clark plays along.
Right. So in other words, you are a good cop mummy, I'm bad cop daddy. Right.
You're bad cop daddy who thinks it's a bit expensive.
Man, that's
okay.
easy. I can do that.
And I'm the wife who thinks it's adorable in every respect.
Like you. Are you, if you don't get what you want, going to withhold sex?
Probably,
going to lead to something?
Because I love this place and I want to be in Edgartown, and I've wanted to be here ever since my friend Marjorie moved here.
Originally, the assumption was that this is where the help stayed when the house was first built in 1920.
We can't afford
We'll need a help.
We need help.
We'll need a help. You see, downstairs here.
This is big for the help. Is the help getting this?
No, this would be good for
Well, we always took care of the help in the old days because they were worth their weight in gold. As we come up from the guest apartment down here, you will come into the front foyer, which either goes to the kitchen or your front foyer here, out to your dining room, with again the view of the water.
Yes.
As well as your pool, Chappaquiddick on the other side.
Does this house have a widow's wall?
Yes, it does.
So I'll be able to go up there and look out from the top of the house to see you coming home from fishing.
That is correct.
Okay, what is this now?
This is the master suite, or as was affectionately known by the family who owned the house, Grandma's Suite.
Griff, this is where the magic happens.
Okay.
Right here.
Okay, and here we have the Widow's Walk, the classic captain's house. There.
Griff will get through. Scurries through these little holes.
Yeah. Your wife is very skinny.
Jeez, I know, thank you very much. I'm very proud. She's quite the trophy bird.
But they all have them, didn't they?
If you look around town here, you will...
Do you hand here?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one over there.
Oh, there's one next door. Again, be careful of the railings, just because the older houses there. But if you look all the way down North Water Street, all the way around the other parts of the island.
Can we get to the critical issue here? Right, it's a 7-bedroom house.
Yes.
What's the floor space?
Well, legally it's listed as 3,000, but that doesn't include the 2-bedroom apartment. If you include that, you're close to 5,000 square feet.
Okay, and
7 bedrooms, 6 full baths, 2 half baths.
Right, it's going on sale on an auction, an online auction.
Concierge auction with a minimum bid of $3,250,000. If you did not want to go to the auction and buy it directly, $7.5 million.
$7.5 million.
So you're expecting it to come up away from the minimum bid?
Yes, we do. Yes.
I'm stunned. I mean, I knew it was expensive, but my God, it's an old, decorated house. It's an ugly house in some ways. You know, you'd have to do a lot of work on it.
Well, next door sold for 3.5 years ago for $8.5 million. They tore it down, and didn't replace it. They just redid the guest house down in the water.
Darling, we can afford it.
We can't. There are other things we can afford. I can't even
we've got to come here. We can't. There's nowhere else we can go. I'm not going to Nantucket.
Good.
After lunch, an appointment at Gannon and Benjamin's boatyard. Years ago, Ross Gannon used to own my sailing boat, Undina.
Really weird. It's like two men who've shared a wife. Discussing, I had her in her early years. Well, I had her when she was older and wiser.
I treated her better than you did.
I'm sure you treated her better than I did.
We need to compare notes while the other two get a tour of the harbour with Nad.
Alabama would be a candidate, but she's all downrigged. See, the sails are off her. She's put away for the winter, so... Juneau would be a possibility, but she's got her masts out, so...
In all seriousness, Nat, have we come at a really bad time to do this?
Well, for this harbor, yeah.
You would say the boat we're going to take to New York will probably not come from here.
It doesn't look too promising right now.
Things were not looking good, and we needed a plan.
And are we lowering our standards, or are we not looking for the dream boat?
I think we should. I mean, obviously the ideal boat would be lovely, but we've just got to get a boat.
The dream boat.
We've seen the dream boat.
The dream boat was Mayflower.
And we're not going to get. So now that we've happily dumped our aspirations, can we just get anything? Right. Is this fun part over then? Is it now just really just like a boat trip?
A boat, any boat.
Time is running out.
It's got to do 8 knots, and it's got to have a hooter.
Having agreed to set the bar as low as we can, we take the evening ferry west to Newport.
Next morning in Newport looks like a great place to find a boat. Home of the America's Cup. On this coast, it's the harbour where the really big sailing boats go, particularly when they don't want to stand out. Nonetheless, with time running out, I think we should start getting canny. I'm going to start phoning ahead to New York.
I am ringing about the schooner you have there, Pioneer. We need a boat this Friday. What about Indy 7? Is that too small?
Dara may be randomly trying for a lifeline by phone, but I've called a friend. It happens that here in Newport, there's a spirit yacht called Bamboozle, expertly handmade in Ipswich, England. She was brought to the States by sailing enthusiast Tina. She looks a classic, but is made with a sort of science fiction technical expertise. The question is, can we have her?
So Tina, we really desperately need a boat, and this is the perfect boat to take to the 125th anniversary celebrations of the Statue of Liberty. What do you think about I don't, you know, I'm talking about taking this spirit down there. Is that feasible?
I think it would be a fabulous idea. I think if it could be done, it would be the best experience ever to sail her right in the Hudson River, right up to the Statue of Liberty. I can't think of a better vessel or yacht in the United States to do that except for this particular Bamboozle Spirit yacht.
To be representing British craftsmanship.
Exactly. British craftsmanship, the American flag, all wooden boats, spirit of tradition. What better way to sail into the Hudson?
Indeed.
So, with just 3 days left, I finally found a boat I'd be more than happy to take to New York. She'd look spectacular cruising around the statue. I'm going to invite the others to lunch on board and let them have a butcher's and congratulate me.
Are you a breast or a leg man?
I love turkey legs.
Same here.
Isn't it funny, though, that we should eat, essentially, what's a totally American food
for our Christmas,
for our Christmas dinner? Because we always think of it traditional Christmas dinner, but this is traditional American food.
The thing is, of course, the original Thanksgiving dinner didn't feature turkey.
Didn't it?
No.
Well, why not? That was the only thing they had running around, the wild turkey.
No. What happened, the original Thanksgiving dinner was the Wampanoags arrived in because they heard gunshots and thinking that there was going to be a battle. And it turns out that the Pilgrims were celebrating a harvest, as you would. Right? And the Wampanoags, being a very hospitable people, as we know, we suddenly realised, oh, this is embarrassing. I've got one arm as long as the other. So the head of them, Squanto, sent out 5 men to do 3 days hunting, and they came back with 5 deer, and they ate venison.
So, where's the deer?
This is all. So this
is all just made up by the turkey marketing board,
essentially,
isn't
the
it?
Victorian Americans put the turkeys into it, and then we borrowed it.
Well, that's ruined this entire setup of us eating a turkey.
Why are we eating a turkey? It's clearly not neither Christmas nor Thanksgiving.
Well, because I was trying to get the idea of this being a sort of, you know, New England type food. But obviously it's not New England. We should be eating a venison patty.
Let us give thanks. I've got a boat.
You've got a boat?
I've got a boat because I did the thing that nobody's done here. I didn't ask people at the last minute. I rang ahead to New York, where it's not the last minute when we arrived, because obviously it's the last minute here for people to get around the coast and get here. I've got a boat.
What boat have you got?
I've got a historical boat. It's going to be fabulous. Wait till you see it. I took a lot of phone calls, right? But well, you're off enjoying yourself, right? Going to various historical societies, various boating museums, but there is a boat. And it is a 1926 boat, and it is a working boat, and it is lovely.
What sort of working boat?
I don't want to tell you. I don't tell you. Genuinely, you'll know. It's going to be great.
Hang on a minute.
It's great. I got a boat.
No, this is no good.
Why?
I've got this boat.
This boat? But
yeah,
I've got a boat.
When did you ring them this morning? Just ring them and say you can't.
No, we've already. It's gone through channels.
No, but I can't say to Tina
They
now.
started security checks. They're allowing cameras onto us. They're doing. It's a big deal. That's half the reason they don't give me boats.
Yeah, but I can't say to Tina now, we don't want this boat, because she's going to a lot of trouble to get it down to New York.
Hang on a minute. If you have a boat each, I have nothing. Do we choose Griff's boat?
No, I don't think we should have a boat each. I think it'd be
go?
much better if we go on one boat, but I think it should be this boat.
Okay, either you stop crawling up to him and trying to get into his boat.
This is a boat I've seen. I haven't seen your boat. You won't tell us what it is.
Fine. You
I'll get a boat
have a
myself.
little faith.
I get a boat myself.
All I'm saying, and listen, can we put it in as conciliatory a spirit as we can? If there's any problem with this boat and Tina's boat and the journey, don't come crawling to me.
Oh, that's nice.
Right, so Griff and Dara have a boat. Apparently, Dara was actually being very cagey about his boat, and I think this might just be just something he's imagined. You know, he wouldn't tell us what it is, what sort of boat it was. He said it's a working boat. I think he hasn't got a clue, actually.
Griff has that lovely Bamboozle, which is a beautiful yacht. But I think it's just Dara doesn't want to go on it because it's built in England. It's built in Ipswich, apparently. And Dara hasn't said this, but I think it's a bit of national pride coming there. I don't think he wants to go on an English boat. So actually, the pressure's on me now to find something better than those two. So here we go. All the big boats we could take are all out of water because the season is over. They're out. The little boats are all locked up. It's useless, there's nothing here. We're too late, we've left it too late. Look at this one, look at that. That's a nice boat. That's a lightship, I think. It's got two beacons on it. Pretty, red and white. Let's go and have a look at this. Hello?
Hello!
Hello!
Ahoy!
Can I come up?
Why not? Come on, we're kind of in a hurry, but come on up.
Hi, I'm Rory.
Rory, Bill.
Bill, good to see you.
What brings you down here, Rory?
I've just hello. What's your name?
Alyssa.
Alyssa, hello.
This is Alyssa and Chris.
Hi, good to see you, Chris. Hey, listen, I was just walking down the wharf here.
Yeah.
I saw this boat and I thought, what a spectacular boat. It's a lightship, is it?
It is a lightship.
The Nantucket lightship.
How many people know that? You
Well,
got my interest already.
I read it off the side, to be honest
Oh,
with
you did?
Bill.
Okay.
Yeah. Bill, we have a problem. We have to take part in a flotilla to celebrate the 125th memorial for the Statue of Liberty.
You know, we're the sister beacon of hope to the statue. We were the
You're
first
the
one.
sister beacon of hope to the statue!
See those beacons up there? That's it!
The greatest boat. Now, on a practical, so you've agreed to take me, yes? Or
No, I don't think we've shot on it. Yeah,
sorry, okay.
that's all right. No.
Okay, now what about, how long will it take?
Now, wait a minute, when's this happening?
It's happening on Friday.
This Friday. Oh, next Friday. A week from Friday?
This Friday, in
This
4
Friday?
days' time.
This
4
Friday,
days.
4 days from
Four
here.
very long days from
Yeah.
now. How long do you think it would take, seriously?
Seriously. It depends on the weather and the tide. It's supposed to be storming out there the rest of the day.
You
blowing
can't
30,
trust
35.
weather forecasts, Bill.
I mean, if we left right now, we could probably be down there.
Okay, bye. We're off. Come on.
We're going?
I'll tell you what. You recognize that?
I do recognize that. I mean, everything is possible. You want us down there by Friday? We are can-do people here. We can
You
make it
are.
by
I have to say,
Friday.
I'm very
We can
impressed that you want to help.
We're going to
us.
have to leave in about an hour, though, to do that.
But build a sister beacon of hope to the Statue of Liberty.
That's hard to resist.
What? I mean,
it's
how can
really
you-
hard to resist.
I mean, that will be the star of the flotilla. You know, everyone say, okay, move those other boats out of the way. Here comes the Nantucket
Has anyone ever
lightship.
told you you're a persuasive guy?
I wish women said that to me sometimes. You know. I think this will just stand out. I think.
You know, I think you're right. I do
know.
think you're right. I have to agree with you there. This would be perfect for this ship. Chris, can you get Captain Jim on the phone and see if you can get him here in about 45 minutes?
Yeah, we can get him.
Tell him we're going to have to fire everything up. We're going to have to be ready. Got to get the lines going. We've got a lot to do, but
look at this.
We'll be down
We're
there.
taking
I don't believe you
We've
talked
got
me
a
into
bar.
this. I don't
is
believe it.
amazing.
This
Hey,
is
come and show
gonna
me.
be
Show
fun.
me my cabin.
Yo, come on, come on.
Is there a jacuzzi? Well, the sun has set and the Nantucket lightship's getting ready to set sail for New York. I'm not actually on board, you probably noticed that. That's because it's going to get pretty heavy out there. The weather's getting very unpleasant and they don't want me on board getting in the way, rolling around the deck in my own vomit. So, and actually there's a chance they might not make it at all. So I'll not have a boat for the flotilla, which means I'll have to share with Griff on his tiny sailing boat, which I don't fancy very much. Or I could climb aboard Dara's imaginary boat.
Have a great trip! See you in New York!
Next morning, Griff and I take a local towboat down to the Mystic River, where we're looking for the motor yacht that's offered to take us to New York.
Did Doug tell you about what this boat does?
This is a great boat.
Did he tell you about how? No, what is it? He tows people who run out of fuel or engines break down. And they join it like the RAC. They pay a subscription.
Oh, I see.
And he sets himself up on Block Island for the summer and goes out and pulls people in.
Is it too late in our story, Griff, to say why don't we take Doug's boat to the flotilla?
We don't need Doug's boat. We've got boats now.
Yeah.
We're just going to go to New York and they'll be there. And Dara's boat, whatever that is.
On a nearby jetty, we spot a shiny bit of maritime hardware.
How fantastic, though.
Look at this.
This is Some Like It Hot, this boat, isn't it?
It is a bit.
It's absolutely fantastic.
Look, Aphrodite.
Now, Aphrodite
Hang on a
is the
minute.
boat that's supposed to be taking us to New York. So this
This
must
is the
be
boat.
our lift.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
Kirk?
Yes. Please.
Hi.
Come aboard.
Hello, I'm Griff.
Hi, I'm Rory. Great to meet you.
Rory, hi. Nice to meet you.
What a wonderful... This is...
It's like a model boat in a museum, this boat.
We actually thought you must be on exhibit. It's just
Well,
so
she is perfect. She's nearly a museum piece, and maybe someday will be. But
All right, we guessed. When was she built?
1937.
And was a sort of gentleman's runabout?
This boat was built to take somebody to work.
You're
This
kidding.
was a commuter. All her sole purpose was to deliver a man, Jock Whitney, the original owner, to Manhattan.
What did he do as a work? He wasn't a postman, obviously.
He invested money.
Yeah, I see.
The Whitneys.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Whitneys.
Yeah.
The Whitneys, yes.
Oh, extraordinary.
Watch your step there.
I will.
This is the main saloon, is it?
It is the saloon.
Oh, this is lovely.
So Mr. Whitney came aboard of a morning, sat himself in here with some of his paperwork. Did he?
Would he have
Vincent?
someone there making him breakfast?
He would.
Mr. Whitney,
He
what would you like?
Originally, there were 4 full-time paid crew. The galley was enclosed. He would come through that companionway, not this one. This was for crew only.
Right.
And
Can I get you anything while I'm here? Beer?
eggs, bacon. And the cook would make his breakfast. Mr. Whitney would go forward and shower and change because he would arrive in pajamas. His driver would bring him to the end of the dock. And at the end of the dock, there was a turnstile that the chauffeur would just get out and turn the car around so he could drive back down
This
the dock.
sounds like Rory's ideal form of life, except
I don't go
that
to work.
You didn't. Damn! It all breaks down.
I like the idea. So he then has to walk.
5 steps from the car to the
Mr.
boat.
Whitney has to walk 5 steps in his pajamas. That's outrageous.
Is it? I mean, it's not Mr. Whitney who owns it now.
No,
And is it used for commuting still?
no.
Okay. So we are going in this to New York. Are you going to take part in the old
Flotilla?
flotilla?
We are going to do that.
Are you?
Yes.
Once you kick us off.
Why can't we come with you on the flotilla?
It would be wonderful to have you aboard, but
Yeah.
the owners are having an event aboard the boat during the flotilla.
The owners, Griff, the present owners have Googled us or got us, seen us on YouTube and decided, no, they're not coming on our boat in the flotilla.
I expect we'll have a boat full for the flotilla.
We'll wave at you.
I will look forward to
We
your
will
wave.
not only wave, we will toot you. We'll go.
I'll toot back.
Okay,
I
fantastic.
bet you've got a lovely horn on this boat, haven't you?
Quite a horn.
Is it a big horn?
It's a big horn.
Oh, good.
Very big.
But then size isn't everything, Kirk, you know.
Sometimes it is.
In horns, it is important.
Meanwhile, I was at the Coast Guard Academy. And like all good old American schools, it's not just about the academics. There's also sports.
I look okay? No, I just look like me, but dressed as an American footballer.
Giving me the chance to live an American dream.
But now I'm wearing this. How will they know it's me? They'll just attack it like they normally do. I'm just gonna get pulverized. I'm gonna get crushed. Jesus.
But rather than get battered in a line-out, I was given the honour of kicking. All I have to do is get the ball through the post, which is not as easy as they make it look.
All right, here we go.
I'm in.
Yep.
Okay, I gotta check one thing. They're going to block the ball, not me.
They're going to let you kick one first.
They're going to let me kick
They're
one.
going to let you kick one first.
I need your
They're gonna
pity.
let you kick one or two. Then we'll hold on. Up there.
You are in more danger now than you've ever been in your career, right?
Yeah.
Those guys are fine. You're getting a kick in the head in a minute, all right?
How come he's about 3 times taller than anybody else? Is it only people of diminished height who join the Coast Guards?
No.
He looks like the man they brought on. Looks like the man in the film, you know, when they say, we've got the big man in spring line. That'll scare them. The big Irish fellas here.
Okay, hang on. This is it. Go. Go.
Good shot.
Yeah, it's no good going like that, as if you meant to do it like that. No good after you've kicked it, going,
What I should have done was I should have just put in more a bit of a slice
This
on
is
it.
a play again. Okay, second time around.
How many ghosts does he get?
I don't know.
He gets 3
Yeah,
ghosts.
he's doing it again.
Here we go.
Come on. Sorry, okay.
Come on, big
Yeah,
fella.
cool.
Come on, you're letting us down.
Think about Ireland. Come on, you know.
Come on, that's it. Oh! That was the one as well! Cruel fate.
Lay off a little bit.
I wouldn't like to be out there. There's too much sucking it in.
27. Keep an eye on him, right? Frankly, your fault. Right, go.
Here we go. Go to your groups. O-line in the corner.
Bravo.
Have we done it yet?
Do you like the way I built the tension? You know, by pretending not to be able to kick it for 1 or 2.
How many pads have you got on?
Pad, right? For my knees, in case, you know, I should need to pray. Here, for the thigh pads, for some point. Here, the hip pads, in case somebody runs in and smashes into my hip. Potentially breaking an old man's hip.
Yes.
Right? And here's the best one. The cleft pad, just there.
That's your mobile phone, Dar. What's it doing there?
It's to protect my delicate channel in case of attack.
Really?
Yeah.
How did it feel to be out there, champ?
It felt great. It felt fantastic. Oh, that's actually quite comfortable. It felt fantastic. Do you want to know something poignant, though?
Yeah, go on.
You know something poignant? American football is only played if you're a professional or if you're in school or college, right? So once you leave your school or college league, it's not like you can go to your local club or that you can, you know, play for the county or anything like that.
Go down to Hackney Marshes on a Sunday morning.
There's nothing like
the
that.
pub.
There's no equivalent like that. If these guys, some of the guys I'm playing are the other guy who's kicker, he will play 2 more games of football and he will never play the sport again.
So you are effectively the oldest amateur who has ever been on this.
The big question, Dar, I'm going to ask you is
and
now...
I want to enjoy the poignancy of that. I want to enjoy the fact that this is, and I think it's ridiculous.
It is quite a poignant thing, but...
Americans don't have these kind of the local clubs like we do. It
is poignant.
Stops.
The question I want to ask you is this your last game or are you going to go pro now?
Well, you know, there were scouts here, but we haven't heard back. We've heard the sounds of an engine starting and them driving away.
I'd love to stay and reminisce more about my days playing US college football, but we have to leave because we're up at some ridiculous hour in the morning to get to New York in Aphrodite.
Unfortunately, the weather wasn't good, and there was a huge storm forecast for the next day or so.
Dara and Rory's heads are apparently not entirely sunny either.
I say, this isn't really the boat.
Don't
for a hangover, is it?
I have a hangover, okay? No, because I have a hangover. It's very kind of you to offer it. No, actually, this is the perfect boat for a hangover simply because it's beautifully smooth and very plush.
So, Rory, there's a question here. Are you going to come on my boat, or are you going to go on Dara's boat?
This is a new side to Griff I've never seen before.
Are you going to come on my boat?
On the yacht, the Spirit.
I am. I'm on the Spirit.
Very, very pretty boat.
Lovely.
Very pretty boat.
Yeah.
And you're on this
secret boat,
alleged
a historical boat,
which is going to turn up.
flies you. It's so,
hang on,
how did it not turn up? It's in New York.
I have a boat of my own.
Kept that quiet.
I kept it quiet, but however good your boat is and however good your hypothetical boat is, this boat that I have, if it makes it, it's the best boat I've...
What is it?
No, this is a surprise. It's a surprise. It's quite uncanny. It is just. Well, you wait and see. It's just. It's breathtaking.
Can I ask, why am I the only player in this game who has to show my hand? Why have you two got secret boats that I'm not supposed to know about? Everybody's seen my boat already.
Yeah, it's a nice boat.
It's a lovely boat. But my big surprise is all over, and you two have got your big surprise still to show.
It's worth it. It's worth it. Wait till you see.
Wait till my boat just getting the my boat.
I'll tell you what. Can you show Griffin your boat first? Because then it's a sort of like an escalation when he sees my boat.
No. We should
will
be
have
our
to
boats
ask
together.
the park superintendent or the head of the Coast Guard or something like that to judge who has the most appropriate boat.
Fine.
The loveliest
I
boat.
happily put my boat into competition with any boat you can produce, except were you to produce this boat, because that would just win.
Right, trust me, behind those clouds there are more skyscrapers.
We were talking about rowing Jerome's Thames skiff up here. How scary would that have been?
Look at the currents swirl.
This is frightening. I think it's quite nice to be arriving in the rain. Yeah. There's something quite New Yorky about this. You know.
Do you think it's particularly New York?
Well, Manhattan looks good in any weather, we can now say, can't we?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah, there's the Empire State Building.
Empire State, hang on.
The Empire
Wait,
State there, yeah.
it's coming around here now. Here it comes. Very bit. Hey! What's that?
Chrysler
Okay.
here. Let's get that.
Is this terrible weather for a flotilla?
Yes.
Will your boat survive?
I don't think it matters what sort of boat.
My boat will be fine, yes. It's lovely.
I know my boat is
A bit of wind.
We have an appointment with the superintendent of the statue in his office on Ellis Island, right in the middle of the Hudson. I think he just wants to check us out before the big event.
Unfortunately, Aphrodite is now needed elsewhere. So we take a Statue Cruises ferry for our first glimpse of the birthday girl.
There we are. Journeys end the Statue of Liberty. We're going to celebrate tomorrow the 125th anniversary of the unveiling of that statue in 1886, but in fact the idea for it came in 1865 at the end of the American Civil War, and we've sort of followed down the story of liberty. The freedom from oppression, which came in Boston, and we got rid of the British. I say we, they got rid of the British. The freedom from for religious worship, which came with the Pilgrims arriving in Plymouth, and of course the freedom from slavery, which is what this really was all about. Not just bring me your poor and your huddled masses, but bring me no more of your poor and huddled masses in chains.
Ellis Island was the landing place for millions of immigrants to America for 60 years until the 1950s.
Look at the roof.
It is a very beautiful roof, isn't it? It's a lovely building.
And we were just three more of the thousands of Irishmen, Welshmen and Cornishmen who'd passed through these doors to start a new life in America.
David, first of all, thank you for your invitation.
Oh, my pleasure.
We consider it an absolute honour to be invited to take part in the flotilla.
125 years ago, when the statue was dedicated, we actually had a flotilla, and at the end of the ceremony that they had there, all the horns blew on the vessels and stuff like that. So that's basically what we're going to emulate.
Well, we've got three fine boats. We can't. Griff doesn't know in fact, you don't know what my boat is, and we don't know what Dara's boat is. So Griff has a lovely little.
I've got a beautiful little Spirit sailing.
Oh, nice.
She's very pretty. And
very
she's
nice.
Made in England, but owned by an American.
Well, if you don't have horns, you can yell a lot.
Okay.
I think there will be a lot of
we'll be doing that anyway, so we don't have to worry about it.
As will we.
So the Liberty is essentially a monument to the Entente, isn't it? I mean, it's a monument to the French.
Yes, it was originally a symbol of the friendship between France and the United States.
Right.
But today, for me, it's so much more. It's a universal symbol of liberty for everybody, not just the United States.
It's not something that the British have ever really been heavily involved in, the Statue of Liberty, or.
No, but we have a lot of British citizens that come over here, and when you see the look on their faces when they see liberty, it's for them too.
Okay, that's good to know. 'Cause we don't want to be sort of.
You felt excluded?
No, I just worried.
Driven away.
You know, when it was put up, there was more of a feeling that the French and the Americans were the liberty people, and the British were the old-fashioned.
Yeah, we had just gotten over kind of a skirmish with you guys.
From this side, I'm still feeling a simmering tension here.
Well, we don't want to crash the party. We don't want to crash anybody's party.
On the contrary, we are delighted to have you.
It's a great honour, as I said at the beginning.
So now we have to behave in that flotilla.
Thank you very much, David. Great
My
talking
pleasure.
to you. See you tomorrow.
Nice meeting you both.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Take care. Bye-bye.
The statue is meant to represent Libertas, the Roman goddess of freedom. She gets about 3.5 million visitors a year, and now, finally, us.
That's the one.
Gotta say, the old Manhattan skyline looks pretty iconic, even in this grim weather. And it is very grim out here. It's very cold, it's blowing. In fact, it's quite possible that my boat won't have made it at all.
And the morning brings bad news.
Hello.
Never mind Rory's vessel. My Spirit yacht had failed to make it to New York because of the storm.
Thanks. Okay, great.
I'm boatless.
Okay, bye.
How fantastic is this? God has given a gift to the people of New York. A beautiful sunny day. It is absolutely, and that spectacular world-famous skyline looks even better today. And the good news is, the weather people say the temperatures could get as high as 0 today.
What a beautiful crisp morning in New York, and this is my boat, the John J. Harvey, one of New York's first non-steam fire tenders. Commissioned in the early 1930s, it started service then and carried on working until 1994. Those things up there work. This is why we're going to win, because those things work. And when the rest of them just got brrr, we got brrr plus splash. It's going to be fantastic.
Hey, the Nantucket lightship made it all the way from Newport, Rhode Island, and I'm over the moon because this is still by far the best ship I've ever been on. Do things get better than this? Yes, they do.
R-O-R-Y, Rory, Rory, Rory.
Lovely, here we go.
Dara!
Griff!
I lost my boat!
Griff!
No, I've got to come with you!
Look at this!
Dara! Come
Look
back!
at this!
No, I've got to come with you. I haven't got a boat.
I'll see you there, will I? I'll see you
I
there.
haven't got a boat.
Griff, I'm on the phone, I can't hear you. We'll see you there.
Oh, hi. Hi. I've got a bit of a problem. No, it's not a breakdown. No. In fact, I haven't got a boat. But I was just wondering whether I could use your services.
Empire State Building. Empire State Building. We're looking for Rory's boat, by the way, and there's every chance, because it's got a giant flag, that they may be coming along here. So if we spot a Rory, is there a Rory on Hayward? No, there is not a Rory on Hayward.
From the outside, the Nantucket looks like a working lightship, but inside, owner Bill has fitted it out like a luxury apartment. And luckily for me, he's a fan of the New York Jets.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, the boat rocks. Yeah. How are the Jets doing?
1-3. Very well. We're again.
Trust Towboats US. They offer a 24-hour emergency boat breakdown service.
I'll step straight aboard. That's fantastic.
And this is an emergency. I may be tiny, but at least I'm bright red.
Is it that? Gelberman? It can't be. Rory! I don't know why I'm presuming that Rory would be in a tug. It just feels like physically that'd be a good fit for him, you know, just pushing things around. This is a bit too pretty for Rory even. This is lovely.
We're going to be the smallest boat in the flotilla by 1,000,000 miles.
Is there a Rory on Nantucket?
You keep those cards to yourself, and you'll get another up card and another down card. So you bet. So you can bet or check.
Greetings. Do you have a Rory McGrath?
What do you think of my boat? When you come aboard, you're going to be knocked out by this boat.
Why, are there a lot of low-flying booms and stuff?
It's luxury, mate, it's luxury.
I'm not a man for luxury, I'm a man for function. Wait till you see what this boat can do.
Wait till you see what I've got on board this boat. Hang on. Okay, girls, come on out. You're kidding me. I want to meet my friends. This is Kimberly and Jessica.
Hello, ladies. How are you?
We're well, thank you.
Oh, Rory, you came with your nieces. How sweet.
We've got to go down and finish our poker game and our beer, Dora, OK? See you later. Over. Come on, girls, inside.
I got to the Rory McGrath Student Outreach Program is still working.
That was excellent, girls.
Trust Rory to take something beautiful and significant and special, like the 125th anniversary of the Statue of Liberty, and make it tacky and cheap, but in an all-American kind of a way. Clever. Very clever.
The flotilla is lumbering off. There's a strict speed limit along the river for the parade, with plenty of police boats to enforce it. But I should think my little boat could sneak past them.
If you can catch them up, that'd be good.
Now, you got called into service, or you volunteered yourself back into service on 9/11, didn't you?
We sort of volunteered ourselves, and one of our owners, Chase Wells, called up the fire department and said, you know, we have one of your boats. Could you use it? Would you like it back?
Yeah.
And they said, oh, our 2 fireboats are pumping full. Would you come tie up and pump water? Because all the fire mains, so all the fire hydrants had been destroyed. The water mains were destroyed when the towers collapsed. So literally, the only water at the site, the World Trade Center, were 2 New York City fireboats, one built in 1938, one built in 1954, and then supplemented by us.
Yourselves, yeah.
Right. We were acting as big fire hydrants, which is what these boats were largely built to do. In other words, we would pump to a fire engine, which would pump to another fire engine and relay it in. This boat can pump the equivalent of about 22 fire engines worth of water.
Wow. And how long were you there?
We were there for 4 days, from the 11th.
We'll go between the 2 of them. Dora!
Danger. Oh my God! What is that? That's your boat! How is that your boat? That's ridiculous, Griff! It's tiny!
No, I like my boat. I like my boat a lot. It's faster than the other boat.
It is my profound hope that that is not Griff's boat for the day. Because if that's the best he could do, he's going to make us all look bad. Also, I have to say, it's a very cold day. Well, it's very beautiful, it's a very cold day, so really my heart goes out to the cheerleaders. They're who I'm mainly thinking about at the moment.
What? What is that?
The boat didn't turn up.
It's an insult to the people of New York. What are you doing? Hey, Griff, what do you think of the Nantucket lightship?
Well...
Do you want to meet my crew? Hey, crew. 3 of you this side. Come on, girls. Hey, how do you like this? Do him your cheer, go on.
Yeah!
Go, Rory! Go, Rory, go!
You're going to win the prize. I hope. Never mind what the Commodore says. I mean, you've already won it.
Since we all had a boat of sorts, we'd asked the head of the New York Coast Guard to judge our efforts, Commander Gary Messmer.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here, sir.
Looks like you found yourself quite a boat to show up on.
Fantastic boat. Wait till we kick in the fire hoses, my friend.
There you go.
That's the show.
She's got quite a bit of fire monitor on her.
Yeah, she's a fine old thing. She's been working for 80 years now, this boat.
So you've been on a lot of boats in your day. How would you rate this boat?
May lack the comforts of home. We've been on a lot of very flash boats in our time. Was a proper working boat with a bit of history, and if needs be, she's there to help again.
Perfect.
Sir, is there anything else you need to know about this boat?
No, I look forward to getting on later on.
Perfect. We look forward to having you on board.
Have a great day.
Lovely to meet you.
Too many working boats. The whole parade needs a little bit more glitz.
Bravo! It is moving.
Not too insulting, you think?
I think it's in the spirit. I don't think in any way you're demeaning this. any more than he is with his... Am I the only one who took this seriously? Do the pose, do the pose,
Yeah.
do the pose.
Morning, Judge.
Morning, Captain.
How are you?
Looks like you found yourself quite a nice boat.
It's fantastic, and it's the sister beacon to the Statue of Liberty.
And you've assembled quite a crew, I see.
Yeah, I've decorated it in the American style.
Outstanding. And how about the skill level of your crew?
We can repel borders. See you later. Bye. Stay away from Judge. Nice Judge. See you later.
The flotilla finally reaches Liberty Island, where we have to hold for the signal to sound horns and celebrate.
Griff is in danger of creating a diplomatic incident by arriving in drag. And I don't think that's a respectful treatment of that statue there.
It really is like, you know, it's like turning up to a black tie do, isn't it, in your underpants. Basically, that's what he's done. He's in his underpants, Griff. He's in his boating underpants in this.
Shame on you, Griff. Shame on you.
Good morning.
Good
Looks
morning.
like you found yourself quite a boat this lovely day.
I know. It was a pity because the boat we had planned, unfortunately, couldn't make it because it got stuck.
How would you rate the creature comforts on this boat?
Not many creature comforts, but a lot of maneuverability.
Maneuverability, fabulous.
And she's a very decent. What I think she represents is the spirit of can-do and private enterprise in the United States. Because at the last minute, she rode to my rescue, and that, after all, is the spirit of liberty. I think that, in a way, if it wasn't for these boats, then the Coast Guard would have a lot of fiddly-diddly work to do. So I think it represents a certain quality of boating.
Fabulous. What a great day.
I'm hearing cannons on the island. Time to start the water.
Okay, we're firing a horn.
Hit the cannons! Come on, boys, don't let me down. Don't let me down! Oh! Yes! Oh, it's wet! Oh, yes! Look at this for a show! We are the winners! Look at this!
That's Dara. Good work, Dara.
How dramatic, beautiful. I like the way it was slightly dirty to begin with as well.
It's amazing, absolutely amazing. Wonderful day to be in New York Harbor.
Rory has now presumably got his cheerleaders cheering away. I better hold up my fake torch.
If we could combine this and the cheerleaders, that would be a show.
Look at the fireboat with the rainbows.
Quite honestly, had we turned up in our little sailing boat, I think we'd have been outranked anyway.
Now the other side again. You just keep repeating it.
Yes! I should have worn the waterproof trousers.
Flotilla floated, horns hooted, history made in a rubber crown. It's all over too soon. Time to head for the harbour and see what Judge Gary has made of our efforts.
That's okay.
But first, Roy wants to give us the tour.
This is the stateroom.
You run this?
This is what you were on.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, those lighthouse men had it better than you think.
An absolutely glorious day, and and we were lucky as well because it was bucketing down rain yesterday, and tomorrow apparently we're going to get snow. In the middle of which we had this spectacular day.
Look at this. This is it. Yeah, on the top.
Wow, what a trip. It's been everything you could hope for, really.
And there wasn't one bit of wood on this boat before they converted it.
Not what we call a restoration, but...
No. Come through this little lounging area here. What a great ending to a journey that is. You see, Manhattan skyline in the sunshine. It does not get better than that. Because winning the boat competition would improve it slightly. Two very important people coming to visit you.
Wish we could say the same about you, Rory.
Oh my lord, you only brought two out. Ladies, how are you?
Welcome to the day.
Congratulations. I thought I'd come and show you in close-up what you've been unable to see. but I feel a little bit overdressed now, perhaps. It has been a wonderful journey. All the way down, we've seen a land of comfort and plenty and elegance on the east coast of the United States. It's going to be quite difficult to return to normal portions. Which team do you generally lead cheers for?
Guess.
New York Jets!
Yay, very good.
He's very good.
I don't know if this can be beaten. So I don't know what the hell we can do next. But that is spectacular.
Well, we have to say goodbye because we have to go upstairs to be judged now.
Okay, fine.
See you in a minute.
See you later.
Cheers. See ya.
Well, good afternoon, gentlemen, and congratulations on your journey to New York Harbor.
Thank you, Commander.
I, as the judge, was given the power to judge on who brought the best boat today and who performed the best while they were out there as part of the boat parade.
Okay.
And,
Well, before you actually do that, I'm sorry, the sun is beating down. Let me just put my Coast Guard Academy hat.
I just want to say he's just trying to influence you there, which I think will be a bit late in the day.
And I just get the flight crew in. Come on, the flight crew, please.
Okay, this is just incredible.
Let him have it. Come on, let him have it. Let him have it. Let him have it.
Good.
Go, Gary, go! Go, Gary, go, Gary, go!
Wait a minute. Yeah. If this is going to go on, I think I would like to wear my life jacket, just to show that I was supporting the principles of the Coast Guard.
And with all of the information that's been put before you, and all of the other influences and all the pressures placed upon you, do you have a decision?
It was a difficult decision. All the boats were amazing. The crews were admirably trained and executed their duties today. I would have to say, though, that it was a really close race. Griff, I commend you for the boat you brought. Dara, coming in here with the fireboat was amazing. She's got a great history in New York Harbor, and I commend you for that. She's certainly a working boat with a great history. But Rory coming in on the former Coast Guard cutter, Nantucket lightship, I'd have to say that the honor definitely goes to you today for the best boat of the three.
I'm very proud. Well done, girls. Go, Gary. Well done.
Genuinely quite disgusted by that as well.
Thank you very much indeed.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I think the only thing that can happen to the prize winner is that we throw him overboard. Hooray! Come on!
Oh, I look at this.
On behalf of the Coast Guard Captain of the Port and the National Park Service, I'd like to commend you and give you this trophy.
This is
today.
one of the proudest moments of my life. That is fantastic. And doesn't it look just like Griff did earlier on? Yeah? Almost unmistakable. Yeah. Thank you so much, Commander. That's very well done, girls. Go, Gary. And don't know whinging. Come on, I'll buy you a drink. Thanks. Come on. Cheers. Thanks, girls. See you later.
Thank you. Bye-bye. You were great. He was terrible.
That was the end of the happiest day of your life, you know that?
Who were those guys again?
Dara's back on familiar ground next tonight here on BBC Two, recorded live during his sellout tour. And then the second of our tributes tonight to the late, great Sir Jimmy Savile, as it happened at 11:30.